All right, everybody on Twitch and YouTube, you should be getting a signal right about now, and hopefully we'll be doing this in just a second or two. We've got some new technology, we've got some new products here to test out for tonight, so we're doing our best to get everything on board for right now. It looks like we're pretty much ready to go. So for right now, we're going to go ahead and get things taken care of to see if they are working for right now. We're trying to get live on Facebook for the first time in a couple of years since we have had the opportunity to actually be on Facebook, because I got thrown off a couple of years ago, thanks in part to the fact that had a password issue that could not be resolved. So it doesn't look like right now that we are live on Facebook for the time being. Going to see about what the problem is here. And again, for the time being, should be, again, hopefully something we can get taken care of before too long, or else we're going to have to call this a bust on Facebook for tonight. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onek. Again, if you're just joining us, we are doing our best to get live online to give you an idea as to what's going on with the weather in here. We are doing our best to get connected. But unfortunately, it looks like we may have a bit of an issue taking place for the time being. We might be back on here in just a second. Give me a moment to see here if this is the case, and no, it appears not for right now. So this might be a bit of a wash for tonight, unfortunately. So we're trying to get this taken care of. Unfortunately, we are having some issues here for this evening. We've got a lot of rain across the area. Again, we could see the potential of more precipitation out there into the next couple of days, including the possibility of some more problems with some snowfall out there. Let me go ahead and stop this for a second. I don't think we are getting through to our main. Let me just make certain I'm not on my Facebook page real quick. If anybody has questions, again, go ahead and drop them into the comments section. We'd love to see what you're seeing out there. So again, give us an idea as to what you're looking at for right now. Unfortunately, going to have to stop the stream on Facebook. If you're just joining us, let me go ahead and switch this over. I apologize. Everything was working not too long ago, but I'm going to switch over to a live view of our radar, so at least you'll have something more to take a look at than me just fumbling on here for the time being. We're trying to get all this where it needs to be. Again, for right now, this is our best opportunity here to get things going. And let's try this again. No, I guess not. So that is also not working there. Okay, try this one more time, and then if that doesn't work, we may just have to forget about Facebook for tonight. So let's see if that does it for tonight. Server default, okay. Hopefully this was going to work pretty well. Looks like we're connecting now. I guess we're not going to have it for tonight, unfortunately. So it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get connected for right now. Would be nice, but we would like to be able to show you a little bit more. Rainfall chances again for tonight. This is again what we are looking at for now when it comes to anything in the way of heavier amounts of rainfall for this evening. Really not that much going on for right now. Welcome on YouTube for those of you who are just tuning in to see what is going on. This is, again, what we are going to be seeing, again, into the rest of the forecast. Possibility of getting, again, some very dry weather in here into the course of the rest of the next several days. That's going to look good as we go into and around the area for next week. So if you have any plans for outdoors, that is looking pretty good all the way on through. I don't know why we are not getting this taken care of. Okay, this is what happens when you run everything yourself. So unfortunately, going to try this once more and see where our situation is. Yes, I know I can't go live Shouldn't be taken care of on that. I don't know why this is not working. Apologies again. This is very embarrassing for this to happen, for this to go on. So let me see here and try this again. And we'll try it once more. And probably not going to work. See if we're getting the video through, which again doesn't look like it for right now. It's streaming, it's just not getting through to Facebook for some odd reason. Okay, well, looks like we might be dead in the water at this point. No, hold it, we might actually have something here. And okay, we are okay, all right, I think we are going for right now. So for those of you on Twitch and YouTube, thank you very much for standing by. So let me go ahead and link up here in 3, 2, 1. Okay, give it a second here, and I believe, all right, if all of this is working, and I'm hoping and praying that it is, because that's enough technical difficulties for one night. All right, we are live on our News 12 Facebook page after quite a few gremlins in the system. Apologies for that. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onek. It is Tuesday evening. We are coming to you live again on Twitch, YouTube, and now on our Facebook page for the News 12 studios in downtown Chattanooga. If you've got questions about the forecast, drop them into the comments section. We'd love to be able to see a little bit more about what you're seeing out there. And again, any question you have out across the area when it comes to weather, we'll do our best to answer. If we can't answer it, we will try to get you someplace to where we can get you an answer at some point in time. If you've never tuned in before, if you've never been over on Twitch or YouTube before, this is our online video weather blog. This is your opportunity to ask questions about what is going on with the forecast. We're going to try to do this again into severe weather season coming up. We've got the potential again for severe weather out there in the course of the next several days and weeks. It is also winter weather season, and we've got plenty of that going around, so something to take a look at there. Again, if you have questions, we'd love to answer them. For tonight, again, just about 10 o'clock Eastern time, and this is your opportunity to, again, take a look and see what's going on with the weather. I'm going to go ahead and get started here, and we'll let everybody catch up with us for just a little bit. We did see, if you just tuned in at the top of the show, we did have some scattered showers out there, and again, heaviest activity right now, right back around the Dalton I-75 area, northwest parts of Georgia, picking up some of that activity. And for right now, again, the best potential for anything involving rain will be all the way across the area for tonight, coming in from the west. Not going to be a deluge, not going to be anything, excuse me, in the way of severe weather, so good news on that. But it is going to be, again, fairly soggy, and we are going to be looking at the potential for a lot of slowdowns out there, pretty much as it should. Again, slowing down in weather like this is always going to be a very good idea. So again, just please take it as easy as possible out there. Let's take a look and see what's going on in and around the area with our cameras. We had some pretty good backups taking place last night around Amnicola Highway and 153. Again, if you're just joining us, we're coming to you live and direct on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, giving you an idea as to what's going on with the weather around the area. Weather and visibility has improved quite a lot in and around the area of 2475. All of our cameras available on the EPB Fiber Optics WeatherCam network, which you can reach by going to wdef.com/weather. Roadways are wet, not getting a lot of rain like we did a few hours ago, but we are seeing more potential of rain tonight, early tomorrow, and into the course of the next couple of days. Maybe some more snow showers up there. Fog could be a possible problem into tonight. You can see the rain on the camera lens cleared up a lot since about News 12, Prime News at 7. Traffic on I-24 on the ridge Holtzclaw Avenue traffic, Chattanooga Zoo looking back to the southeast. We had a beautiful view from this camera last night of the full snow moon rising over the ridge. That's not happening tonight with all the cloud cover that we have, and going to be seeing even more of that activity. Clearing skies as we get into the next couple of days, so that should help out a little bit. If you have any plans for outdoors, should be able to keep them. Next storm system is still several days away. We'll take a look at that coming up here in just a little while. Chattanooga Theater Center, the Tennessee River downtown, the North Shore around Coolidge Park on the Speedy's Total Car Care camera. Not seeing any visibility problems, but it was quite foggy and quite rainy around this area just a couple of hours ago. So a little bit of a breeze, and a lot more folks out and about in Coolidge Park over the last couple of days, thanks to the very mild temperatures. Temperatures are not bad right now. They're back in the high 40s. Southerly winds at about 3 miles per hour, so we do have some decently calm conditions out there. Again, no severe weather. We are in severe weather season, so it's definitely time to make certain that we are paying attention to what's going on with the weather, and if and when we turn severe, we will let you know about that, so stay tuned on there. Let's go to the setup for what's going on with the current forecast. Again, if you're just joining us, this is our live video weather blog coming to you at just past 10 o'clock Eastern Time on Tuesday, February 3rd. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onick. I started this blog back in Memphis about 11 years ago to bring information to the public as to what's going on and to enable you, the viewers, to ask questions about the forecast if you wanted to on here. The setup right now, News 12 viewing area, northwest Georgia, northeast Alabama, southeast Tennessee, and western North Carolina as that moisture moves upslope, and that is where we're getting some cooling off, some rain and snow from Cherokee County all the way back up into around Johnson City tonight. Not as bad as the conditions were a while ago, several days, to where Johnson City wound up with about 6 to 8 inches of snowfall, where we barely got any down in the river valley. We are seeing this area of low pressure, and notice more snowfall in the blue wrapping around here, going down toward the south into the east. Looks like we may have a jammed video signal on Facebook. Okay, that looks a little bit better there, so hopefully no major problems. Apologies for the gremlins for tonight. Now, as this system clears the area, it's going to take a long time for it to move its way down across the Carolinas, kick out into the Atlantic, and then give us some dry air. We've got cooler air coming on through, and then another storm system will be making its way in from the north. This one will be moisture starved, but it will drop our temperatures just a little bit. We'll take a look at the extended 7-day forecast coming up here in just a little bit. Now, looking a little farther afield, back into the Pacific, we've got a collection of storm systems which are going to be working their way closer to the United States. Decently powerful. These are very strong, but they still have the eastern Pacific to deal with, and then they're going to go across a very dry stretch of the United States. So there's really not that much in the way of moisture that we're going to be seeing from this particular system for right now. Now, there are signs that way off into about midweek next week, we may see the potential of some more storms forming over the western U.S. and then heading our way. It's a long way out, no question about that, but it's something we do need to keep an eye on, especially at this time of the year. News 12 viewer David Bice, thank you for keeping us informed. Glad to do so. Thank you for tuning in, and thanks to everybody for checking us out on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube channels for tonight to show you a little bit more about what's going on. This again is what we're looking at for right now, walking you through the forecast, going through about the next 3 days or so. We should see this front making its way down to the southeast tonight, but there will be lingering showers and that potential of snow showers just around the higher elevations. Most of everything should be gone by tomorrow. but it's going to take most of the rest of the day for that dry air to really eat away at that moisture and get it all the way out of here. It'll be cooler on Thursday and a little bit more so on Friday as that colder air wraps around that departing system as it heads off into the Atlantic. Then we start watching that next system, that dry system, move through. That should be, according to these models, moving through by about Friday afternoon. But notice there's nothing around it, not even anything really in the way of clouds. So we should be looking at pretty dry conditions there. And then as we go into Saturday, another system approaches us from the west, and that is where we could see a bit of a cool weekend. Doesn't look like much on this system either because it's bracketed by high pressure. So there's not much of really anything going on anytime soon. Now, snow accumulation, yeah, there is a potential of that as we go into later on tonight and early on Wednesday into Thursday as the colder air aloft really brings the moisture out of the atmosphere. So we could see the potential of some snow sticking around. Again, colder conditions in the higher elevations will give us that potential of snowfall. It's not much, and again, we're talking about the plateau, the I-40 corridor, Knoxville, East Tennessee, Western North Carolina, and then eventually, I think it's possible, this computer model is keeping most of this potential snowfall out of northern Georgia. If we go into a more sharper view of the area, we start to see that snow stacking up, wrung out of the atmosphere into around Thursday, and some of that starts to increase into North Georgia. So north central Georgia, eastern, extreme southeastern Tennessee, Polk, and back toward Monroe County, into around Cherokee County, and into western areas of North Carolina. That's where we're going to see the worst of the worst, such as it is. This is not a blizzard by any comparison, so we're just not getting anything at this point that's going to give us anything in the way of snow of a widespread nature. Now, next week, Wednesday, yeah, that bears watching, but for right now, I just don't really see much of anything coming our way. Let's give you a peek at the extended forecast and show you again as we go into the next couple of days. It's going to be a bit on the chilly side out there, but otherwise not looking at much. Wet roadways around 33rd and Broad Street. Tennessee 58, very active earlier tonight. A few cars and trucks out tonight on the Island Cove Marina and Resort camera. A little bit of, you can just see a haze of fog off the surface of Lake Chickamauga there, and a little bit of a breeze, some ripples of rainfall coming down, but otherwise not much to be seen so far. Quiet again for the next couple of days. No major systems coming on through. Here's hoping it stays that way for the time being. So we see again a bit of a cool down taking place as we go into the next couple of days. That's tonight's storm system passing through, dropping those temperatures. River Valley stays again above freezing. Higher elevations could see some snow stick, but most everybody is going to be rain showers, and that's really going to be about it. Now we do have, again, the potential of some colder numbers here. Then we warm up on Friday as that next front approaches, drop the temperatures a little bit on Saturday, and then finally getting into some very nice weather. My co-anchor, Kay Blevins, who runs every morning, is really looking forward to some more mild temperatures as we go into the midpoint of next week, approaching Valentine's Day out there in the future. Toward the end of this forecast, not on this forecast that you can see here, but again into the best possibility that we're looking at for right now could be the potential again for another storm system west of us by about next Wednesday or so, maybe Thursday, depending on how long it takes us to get all the way over this direction. So we do see that potential, but again, it's so far in the future. It's like looking down the highway. You can see that there's a car or a truck approaching, but you can't see just exactly who's driving it, what color it is, what's on the license plate, if there's any logos on the vehicle. The closer that car gets to you, the more you're able to tell about what's going on. And that is pretty much, in a nutshell, the way that weather models work. The closer you get to the event, the more accurate they become, and that's what we're going to have to watch out for. Don't forget, now that all this groundhog nonsense is behind us, a true American holiday coming up on Thursday, National Weather Person's Day. Hopefully you celebrate appropriately on that, and we'll be able to see a little bit of sunshine for National Weather Person's Day coming up. Outside of that, again, temperatures remaining quite mild, no bone-chilling cold, no severe weather, and no winter weather coming our direction. So, again, very good potential for some quiet conditions out there in the next several days. I do have to apologize for this. We did have a little bit of a mix-up on the dates, but now everything has been corrected. My Swiss cheese memory is back to where it should be on this. So for those of you who would like to become a Skywarn spotter, the opportunity to attend an in-person meeting, it doesn't come around too often, but when it does, it's a great opportunity to learn about what's going on with severe weather. Bradley County and around the Cleveland area especially, Thursday, February 19th, again, that's in about 2 weeks' time, 6 p.m., Bradley Central High School on Lee Highway in Cleveland, National Weather Service in Morristown, which helps to cover part of the News 12 viewing area. That will be the next upcoming, and apologies for the light bar there. I did not place this light, so unfortunately it's a little bit difficult to read. But again, Thursday, February 19th, that will be the best opportunity for you to, if you live in this area, again, this is a great opportunity to learn more directly from the National Weather Service. These meetings last about an hour, hour and a half with a break in the middle. They cover a ton of information about severe weather safety, what to look for when severe weather hits, what to report back to the National Weather Service so they can tell folks like me and my colleagues at News 12 what's going on out there that you are looking at, and that information can save lives. So please consider becoming a Skywarn spotter. That would really come in handy for things like this. So again, please consider this. Again, February 19th, Bradley County for around the Cleveland area. That's going to be your best opportunity to attend. They're totally free. They're paid for by your tax dollars and my tax dollars. But if you would like to attend so the National Weather Service can get a head count, please go to weather.gov/MRX. And that will, again, get you registered. Again, totally free. It's just being a good neighbor. So please consider becoming a Skywarn spotter. Now, for those in Hamilton County and into the Chattanooga area, anywhere around those locations, this is something to really consider. Again, you've got the opportunity to learn about Skywarn spotters. 3 weeks from Thursday, your opportunity in Hamilton County and Chattanooga to become a Skywarn spotter. This one will be held at the Harrison Community Center in Harrison. Again, please register totally free at the weather.gov/MRX. That's the National Weather Service in Morristown, if you would like to attend that. The more spotters we have looking and seeing what goes on, the safer we all are. That is just an absolute fact. So it's nice to have more folks out there paying attention to what's going on. Maybe you've lived in an area and you've moved here from someplace that doesn't have severe weather. It can be very unnerving. There's no question about that. So if you'd like to get better prepared, these classes are great for making certain that you are able to know more about what is going on. It really does help, and it really does give you at least some idea as to how to prepare, what to look for, making sure that you are on top of the situation. It's a very big fear factor, especially for young kids. And I've seen kids as young as 6 or 7 take this course. It really does give them a little bit more control over what feels like an uncontrollable situation. So please, again, consider attending this. More information, if you have questions, please hit up the National Weather Service in Morristown for covering that. Or if you would like to know more, again, check out my email address. It's on screen at wdef.com, aonic@wdef.com. Be glad to answer any questions that I possibly can. It really is a great course. I've been a Skywarn spotter since 1980, if that gives you an idea as to how big a weather nerd, geek, dork I am, and I wear that as a badge of honor. Thank you very much. It's a really great opportunity to learn more. It is also a good opportunity to make certain that you have a National Weather Service radio ready to go. If you don't have one, you really should get one, because these will keep you in contact with the National Weather Service. A desktop model like this will run you about probably 40 to 50 bucks. You can get them for your desktop. You can get them, neat one here from Oregon Scientific. This one, again, is a handheld model, which you can use. Some of them are rechargeable. Some of them, again, can be taken outside, connected to speakers or alerts. Very nice thing to have when you're in the great outdoors to keep track of what's going on with the weather. These things keep you in contact with the National Weather Service and give you up to the second weather information that could save your life. These things should be in every home, every business office, every school, every place of worship. Every mobile home should have one of these things. It should be required, in my humble opinion, that all the mobile homes out there should have something like this to make certain you're paying attention. And remember, around Chattanooga, we do not have severe weather sirens. Our sirens are for a much different purpose. So this and this will let you know more about what is going on out there. So highly recommend getting this. Once you get them, again, they're more like computers attached to a radio. So if you don't want to be bothered by if you're in Hamilton County and don't want to be bothered by anything in Marion County to the west or Bradley County to the east, you can program that in to the computer chip. If you've never done that before, go to our website, wdef.com/weather, and you will be able to see, again, more information about how to program your radio. It is much, much easier than you might suspect. And again, if it saves your life during severe weather, it's a great opportunity, really, again, to learn more about what is happening with the weather. Again, I recommend these things all the time. I take these out to the classrooms so everybody can see these, and remember that this is a very good opportunity to learn about severe weather safety out there. So again, thank you for everybody who has purchased one and is keeping an eye on what the situation is. Betty Smith, thank you very much for dropping by the comments section, and everybody else who has been tuning in for at least a little bit anyway. Moving on, let's take a look at some of our extracurricular stuff for tonight. Our HEP heating weather window picture of the day. Thank you very much, News 12 viewer Tamara Phillips from the Murphy area, with an interesting pattern of snow winding up on her husband's truck after the last snowfall. Very nice picturesque setting there. Beautiful view of the snow settling in out that direction. You can see the truck has been parked there for a while with the empty undercarriage there of the snow. That's our HEP heating weather window picture of the day. If you've got pictures, we'd love to see, again, what you're seeing out there. So please go ahead and send those in to us, borrowing the Tennessee Aquarium Secret Reef Camera. Again, you can email us the questions or the pictures. You can send them to our social media pages in the comments section, or you can go to Weather Window Headquarters at wdef.com/photos. If you would be so kind, please give us a description and or a location. That really helps us to tell everybody else what you've been seeing and not do any guesswork when it comes to anything involving the location of your picture or what you were there to take a look at. So again, thanks to everybody for sending in those pictures. Please keep sending them in. We could always use them, and a great opportunity again to learn more out there about what's going on around our area. For tomorrow, again, for the golf course, it is going to be a little breezy and some showers in the morning, mostly cloudy through the day. It could be, again, a little bit on the breezy side. We could be looking at winds out of the northwest gusting between 10 to 20 miles per hour. Doesn't look like much, again, out there in the way of rainfall early, and a light drizzle through most of the rest of the morning, again, as that colder air takes over and possibly gives us some snow in those higher elevations. That, again, could be a bit of a problem. Heading off to the classroom in the morning, that is where, again, we could be seeing those scattered showers in the morning, and that, again, is going to be a potential problem for getting the kids to school. May want to think about leaving a little bit early just to be on the safe side. Chances of rain will dwindle throughout the rest of the morning. Clouds will stick around, and though we may make the mid 40s, which is just below normal for this time of the year, we may start to drop on the temperatures a little bit as we go toward dismissal time. So again, for the kids out there and the teachers and the car rider line, including my wife, if you're watching tonight, again, that is something to prepare for out there with that breeze. It's not going to be fun with those temperatures in the 40s. So again, please keep that in mind if you're going to be heading outdoors into tomorrow. Think that's about it for tonight. Everything else is decently quiet. Let me just do some quick checks here to make certain that everything is where it needs to be before we sign off, because I hate to sign off and there's a ton of other stuff to really talk about out there. Oh, yes, into the morning. Definitely want to make certain you're bundled up, because we will see some temperatures in the 30s. River Valley should be back into around the low 40s from what it looks like. That, again, is where we're going to see the worst of the worst possibilities of temperatures. Not any bone-jarring cold temperatures out there. Now, News 12's Chip Chapman is going to be off for the next couple of days, so please make certain that you tune in for News 12's Russell Stroud. He will have an update on your forecast that's coming up bright and early, again starting at 5 a.m. on Wednesday, peak of the week, February 4th. Good opportunity to tune in and see what's going on in the forecast before you head off from around the area towards sports. One more thing I want to mention, and again, if you have anxiety about severe weather, this is a very good thing to take a look at too. The National Weather Service in Morristown has a great program for anybody who doesn't like dealing with severe weather, or again, maybe you've just moved here and you don't know anything about severe weather. Now's the time to get ready for it. Go again to weather.gov/MRX and find out more about how to deal with high levels of weather anxiety. This is coming from expert meteorologists with decades of experience to help you understand more about what is going on. So again, please take advantage of that. Again, that's weather.gov/MRX if you'd like to know more about how better to handle storm stress. It really is a great opportunity, again, to learn more there. All right, that should do it for tonight. So far, looking like we haven't had any problems on Facebook, so we're going to go ahead and sign off for this evening. Been on for about a half an hour. That's not too bad for us for this evening. And again, anytime you have any questions, and we'll do our best to give you as much information as we can. This weather blog that you're watching is for your benefit. So if you have questions about the forecast and want to get information straight from us here, direct to you on the internet, on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube, then please let us know, and we'll be glad to give you an idea as to what's going on out there. It's a great opportunity to get some one-to-one weather information, and we're glad to give that to you as much as we possibly can. Once again, bottom portion of your screen, aonic@wdef.com. If you have any questions, concerns, complaints, if you absolutely must, but we can't do this without you, the viewers. So if you've got questions, please let us know. We'd be glad to, again, help you out on things like this, and just our opportunity here to do our best to keep you better informed. So again, thank you very much, everybody, for checking in. If you have any questions, again, write them down and be prepared to ask them a little bit later on. And again, we will be back here as often as we can, Monday through Thursday, to keep you updated. And on special occasions like severe weather, we'll do our best to give you more information on air and online should the opportunity arise. All right, that's going to do it for tonight. I'm going to stop babbling for the time being and remind you again, Russell Stroud in the morning, 5 a.m. Eastern Time on News 12 this morning. I'll be on with News 12 at 11, coming up here as of right now in about 36 minutes. And again, you can get more weather information at our website, wdef.com/weather. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for more with News 12 on air and online, and we'll catch you again on Wednesday evening.